Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, Noodle here, we're back. Welcome back everybody, it's Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed the weekend. I don't know what I put out this weekend. I might have done an hour of ESO with Carl. I might have done more Doom. At least I know I did more Doom. I don't know what else I did. So whatever it was, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Welcome back. And we're going to go ahead and continue our topic of zombies. Like I said, I'm bulk recording all these together. So I'm not quite sure what you guys have said in the comments, but be damned if I didn't fucking read them, because I did. So yeah, I definitely read your comments below. Look, we got a lot of stone. We got a lot of iron. I'm going to start smelting it and see if we have enough. That's not the smelter. What are you doing? We got a good amount of iron here. Look at that. I definitely want some for blocks of iron. I don't remember what all it takes for this. I think it's 2 blocks, I think. Or something like that. Does that look right? That doesn't look right, does it? No. 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 I don't know. We'll figure it out. But these can get broken down, right? Yeah, they can. Okay. All right, we'll just let that smelt, and we'll just keep digging, just to pass the time, if anything. All right, so going back to the zombies. Okay, the do's and don'ts about zombies. See, last time we talked about the different categories of zombies. So today we're going to talk about the do's and do nots about dealing with the undead. Number one, we'll talk about do nots. I guess this is the cardinal rule of zombies. The cardinal rule number 1 is don't make any fucking noise. No noise. Noise attracts zombies. Now, not everybody is too sure how the different kinds of zombies fight, but it's pretty much known that if you make noise, the zombie's going to come after you. And that's a big no-no. You most certainly don't want that to happen. That would most certainly put a damper on your day, especially if you're trying to sneak in and out. With that being said, you need to remember that other things make noise besides people. The last thing you'd really want to do is drive around in a car. Cars are very loud, very noisy, and there's a lot of limitations when it comes to cars. They do have their advantages, but they also have big disadvantages as well. A lot of people say, well, I'll just get my big-ass truck or an 18-wheeler and I'll be fine. I guess, dude. You have to remember that most major cities, like, for example, I live in Houston. My evacuation plan is not one. The worst thing I can do is try to leave the fucking city. I will eventually have to make my way out of it, but for the most part, I'm going to have to stay put. I'm not going to be able to leave. Houston, Texas right now has approximately 6 to 7 million people that drive in and out. Then you're going to have all those people trying to evac the city at the same time. The freeways are bad enough as is right now with people not fucking panicking. Then you're going to have fucking 7 million people panicking and trying to get out. There's no way that the freeways are going to be fucking cleared. I would be trapped in Houston forever. So that's one thing that you want to really think about is that, yeah, with a vehicle, you can most certainly load it with more equipment and more supplies, and it's basically fairly fucking safe unless they have the ability to smash through windows, which, given enough force, you can easily smash through a car window. PCP addicts do it all the time. So a zombie who doesn't feel anything will have no issue smashing himself through your car, in which case you're sitting down, strapped in, and you're just completely fucked. It does offer some amount of protection, and you can ram the undead, but that also requires you to have an open space. If you're stuck on traffic, you're in a slaughter zone. And also, cars need a lot of space in which to travel, meaning roads. Yes, you do have trucks and stuff that can go off-road, and you can go four-wheeling, but let's be honest, it's kind of hard to path your way through a fucking forest when you're in a big-ass truck. That being said, some of the best ways that you can actually get around is on a bicycle, believe it or not. Bicycles are quiet, and if you oil up the change right, you will never even hear them coming. Not until they pass you right up. That being said, they're very quiet. They don't require a lot of fucking... they require zero fuel, which is a great advantage from trucks or vehicles. When you're driving a car, you also have to worry about fuel. I mean, I'm bringing that up now. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but... I mean, how many gas stations do you think are going to get refilled? Oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing. How often do you think that's going to happen? And even still, how many people are going to be out there determined to get fucking gas? yeah, you're going to have to compete with everybody else. Gas is going to be really, really, really precious resource because it's not going to be pumped anymore, and everything runs on fuel. That's why you should go ahead and start your zombie kit early. You should go ahead and find a place that you can bunker down. That's why when we create our house, we're going to start having a fuel reserve. That's where every time I get paid, I'm going to go and get, like, I don't know, $100 worth of fucking fuel, gas. Both maybe gasoline, and then maybe diesel. And then we can go ahead and take that and fucking put it down in fuel storage tanks and just keep them. Just keep them around. And they'll be more than useful. If we find that we get old and, you know, we're just old and the apocalypse hasn't happened yet, we can either fucking keep the fuel around because it would be a precious resource by then, or we could just say fuck it and live off the grid and not have to worry about energy costs anymore. We just have a nice big generator and just feed it full of fuel. Just options. You know, people got to keep them around. But that being said, fuel is going to be an issue, and with bicycles, you don't have to deal with that. You just have to deal with pedaling it yourself. Now, bikes are limited to the speed in which they can go, but I'll tell you one thing. I've been in a foot race against a bike, and I'll tell you, a bike will win every fucking time. Now, if a zombie goes ahead, they are not armored. They don't offer very much protection at all. So a zombie can just easily knock you off of it. But they do have their advantages that they are all terrain. You can go ahead and take them bitches in the forest and navigate your way through there pretty easily, actually. You just need the most minimum of trails to get by. I would think for a long-term solution, a bicycle would probably be your best bet. That's me. Secondly, when you should come to weapons, weapons also make noise. Like I said, you should go ahead and keep a melee weapon. I think I said that like last video and then the video before that. Melee is probably going to be your best bet. Some people prefer swords, some people prefer a bludgeoning weapon. I myself prefer a crowbar. I think that that's probably the best weapon that you can go with. Crowbar is multifunctional. It allows you to use it for different things other than a weapon itself. You can use it as a tool. You can even use it as a hammer. So it's pretty good, and it's pretty solid. I do have a crowbar in my car for just such an emergency. And you can use it to smash through glass and smash through doors, pry open locks, etc. So they're pretty solid, and I like them. But other people do have their other weapons they like to use. Asp, a collapsible weapon, is a really good one because it's quiet and it hits fucking hard. They do have a tendency to bend under a lot of stress, but for a quick weapon that you can just stash really easy without it having to be really bulky, that's a really good one. I would keep away from bladed weapons such as hatchets or axes. They do have their benefit, but unfortunately, if you sink them in the wrong spot, they have a tendency to get stuck in a body. And the last thing you want to do is be surrounded and have your hatchet get stuck in somebody's skull or in between their shoulder or in between their blades, or ribs. You should be aiming for the head, but you know what I mean. As far as weapons of great distance, I would recommend a crossbow or a bow and arrow is probably going to be your best bet. Believe it or not, crossbow or bow and arrow, just as deadly as a bullet. But you do have to learn how to use those tools. So if you do have a chance in your lifetime to take some archery classes or to learn how to shoot a bow, I recommend that you should. That should be like a life lessons for everybody. That should be a life goal for everybody, just to learn how to use a bow and arrow. Because in the event that you can't find bullets, you can always craft a bow and arrow. You can even learn how to make them yourself. So, I mean, I think that's a pretty good skill to learn. And they're also quiet, which makes them a huge advantage. Now, the disadvantage is that you have to carry around your ammo. Your ammo does jumble around and make noise. You can go ahead and silence it. I guess you could if you put enough effort into it. But you are limited to the ammo that you are carrying. It is quite big and bulky, but it is quiet, and I think that's a huge advantage. And they do have short compound bows, like short bows, and small crossbows that can work in a pinch. But they are inaccurate. I mean, you can get pretty fucking accurate with a bow and arrow, but they're not as accurate as, like, let's say a gun, and nor do they have the distance. But guns they are loud and they require ammunition. You don't have the right kind of ammunition, you're fucked. Now, if you are going to go ahead and invest in a gun, I suggest you get a very common gun. 22 caliber is a very good weapon to have. You don't need anything big. 22 caliber 12 gauge shotgun, both buck and slugs. I would recommend slugs over buckshot any day because if you're going up against zombies, buckshot really won't do too much for you. If you don't hit a buck directly in the skull, you're kind of just wasting ammo at that point. I'm just making sure there's no more iron down here. I think that's it. All right, I'll fill this in now. There we go. Oh. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Guns. They do require ammo. They're very loud. And if you are not trained in using a gun, you're pretty much going to be crap with it, and that's a guarantee. Don't feel like if you've never used a firearm before, you should grab one. You might be good point blank, but in any kind of distance, you're going to be crap. Because what a lot of people don't show you in the movies is that you have to calibrate them to your eyesight. You have to get them sighted to you. Danny can have a weapon, and we see it all the time in the military. He can have a weapon, have it zero to himself perfectly. I pick it up, I shoot like crap because it's not zero to me. Is that a slime? Oh my god, I'm gonna have fucking slime balls. That's exactly what I needed. Oh my god, this is a blessing. You have no idea. Get out of here. You too. Now all of you give me slime balls. Slime ball me. Oh yes. Oh, I got 7. Oh, that's so good. So good. Alright, what was I saying? Weapons. Yeah, you need to be good with the gun before you can use it. And that's kind of a given. If you are going to use weapons, I suggest you become very proficient with it. Find a weapon that's comfortable for you and learn how to use it. You should be able to disassemble it and reassemble it blindfolded. You should be able to shoot it up and down, upside down, backwards and sideways through a mirror behind you, Annie Oakley style. You should be fucking good with it. Because if you're going to use a gun and you're going to attract zombies, then goddammit, you better hit everything that you're fucking bringing to you. Because if you don't, you're a crap shot, then all you did was kill off your entire team. Way to go, you fucking loser. I know that was really harsh, but it kills me when people grab guns and they start shooting them off in the crowd and then they can't hit anything and then everybody's fucking dying because they're an idiot because they grabbed the gun in the first place. Pet peeves. What else is there? Weapons. Explosives should not be used ever at all when fighting fucking zombies, unless of course they're some of your best case scenario zombies, in which any kind of damage will kill them. In which case, go ahead. That also means concussion damage will kill them as well. Unfortunately, you don't want to start stocking up on hand grenades just yet because you kind of want to find out what kind of zombie they are. If they're category C or above zombies, then it's not gonna fucking work. Sorry, no can do. And in fact, category C and above, your explosives are fucking useless. As portrayed in World War Z, for whatever reason, zombie brains are not like human brains. They're actually a clone of a virus, if that's what you want to believe or if that's what you want to prescribe to. And in which case, their brain isn't so much like jelly, it's more solid than ours is. You see, when a hand grenade is thrown in a group of soldiers, or a group of people, let's do it that way, it has a kill radius and it has a concussion radius. Now the kill radius is pretty much in the immediate vicinity of the grenade. Like, I'll say within, what, Danny? Like maybe 3 meters, maybe within 15 feet of the grenade. If you're within 15 feet of a grenade, you're pretty much dead. Just the concussion and shrapnel alone would kill you. Now, grenades haven't really evolved that much since they were first created. They're basically explosives surrounded by metal, and when it explodes, not only is there an explosion, but the little shards of metal shoot everywhere. And it's actually shrapnel from the grenades that you have to be worried about, not so much the grenade themselves. Now, the thing is that shrapnel flies everywhere, and it's not exact. So when you throw a hand grenade into a group of zombies and it explodes, you might not even hit their brain with it. And if so, then yeah, you blew their bodies apart, kinda. I mean, you kind of shred them to ribbons, but for the most part, they'd be able to still kind of get up and go. You often see, you'll see this in soldiers who jump on a fucking a hand grenade to save their buddy. Yeah, the hand grenade will blow up, and yeah, they'll be dead, but they've kind of stopped the damage from going anywhere else except directly on them, and even still their body is mostly intact. So yeah, hand grenades, not such a great idea. Also, if you're in a big group of zombies, like let's say it's a horde and you throw a hand grenade, then the only ones that will get affected were the ones that are directly in contact with the grenade. Now there is another kill radius, and that's the concussion radius, and that goes out for probably about another 30 feet or so from the grenade. And you don't even have to be hit by shrapnel at this range. All you need is a direct hit from the concussion blast. The concussion blast will hit your head, scramble your fucking brains, and you'll be dead. And that's just the way concussion works. It's an immense amount of pressure and wave of energy that hits you and it kills you. Like back in the day in the Civil War era, they used to have cannonballs. A cannonball would generally have to hit somebody to kill them, but if it whizzed past people's heads, it would literally turn their brains into fucking jelly. Just the concussion of it going by their fucking heads. It'd be like, I'm sure if a jet plane fucking flew right by your head, your brain will be fucking scrambled. So yeah, it just has something to do with that, and unfortunately that doesn't affect zombies. So where you would throw a grenade into a group of people, the people in the immediate surroundings would get hit by, of course, the shrapnel and be killed. The people outside that radius would be hit by the concussion, and that would actually kill them. Zombies doesn't work that way, buddy. So all you did was throw a really loud fucking device in the middle of a zombie with no real definable odds for killing anything. You basically just wasted everybody's fucking time doing it. Alright, let's check this out. Nope. Okay, so we got 3. Is this how it works? There's gotta be 3 of them. I could have swore it was something like that. Oh, look at that. We got our fucking anvil. And we got plenty of iron left. That's 29 ingots. I wanted to make an iron golem, but I don't think that's going to happen because we haven't really been finding that much iron. And it's fine. It's fine. We can always come back, but I think we have plenty of stone for now. I'm going to go ahead and take all this swag up top. I can leave some of this stuff down here. Because to be honest, we're not going to need all of it. You know, like that. And then like some of these sticks. And there's dirt, gravel, and dirt. Taking the stone up is more important. Lapis lazuli, we don't really need that right now. I think that's about it. Actually, I think everything else is kind of a necessity. Yeah, I guess so. No, don't need this flint. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's get the hell out of here. How do we get out of here again? It's not that way. Is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. Awesome. Okay, so there's that. So you kind of have to be cautious about the weapons that you use as well. Explosives are a big no-no. Fire is a big no-no. I kind of mentioned this last time, but I didn't really get into detail. The reason why fire is a big no-no is because fire doesn't actually kill a zombie immediately. It has to burn through the skin, and then it has to catch the muscle on fire. Or I'm sorry, the body fat on fire, which will then start burning off the muscle, which will cause it to collapse because it won't be able to move, and then it'll slowly burn itself to death. Well, until that process happens, you got a zombie on fire fucking shambling around. Everything it bumps into, it'll catch it on fire. So if you're in a big crowd and there's nothing around you, sure, throw a Molotov. Let them all catch each other on fire, and then that should kill them. But if you're in a city or any kind of environment or in a warehouse or anything like that, like, you just basically set oh, god damn it. Oh, that didn't work out as I thought it was going to. Apparently this will burn it. I may need netherrack actually for this. Well, not netherrack, nether rock, the nether poles, and the roofing material, because then it's not affected by lava. We may have to go to the nether for that. And that's fine. That's fine. So until then, we don't really have a roof. I can make one out of stone, however. Stone brick. I think that's what I'm going to do. Or should I make it out of cobblestone? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I'll make it out of cobblestone. That's fine. So, yeah, there we go. Like I was saying, hang on. Yeah, you don't ever want to use fire. You don't really ever want to use, like, acid. Because that's just ridiculous. Like, you're going to try to kill zombies with acid. That's just, you're fucking retarded. There we go. Oh, there's my alarm. I wasn't waiting for it. I was actually like thinking in my head. Oh my god. Oh my god. Seriously. You have like no space anywhere. Look, I can take those. There. Oh look, we got some more diamonds over there, so then that's fine. I just needed some space in my fucking inventory, actually. I need those, I guess, and then we'll make some more chests. Realistically, we do not need those boxes. Here, throw that out there. There we go. We don't need this bed here. Really. I can't even put a box there. Okay, that'll work. We can do that. Fuck. There's so much goddamn cobblestone. It's ridiculous. Okay, so when we come back, what we are going to go ahead and discuss, I suppose, is, I guess a few more things about zombies. I got a few things to say about it. Maybe things that you should think about when putting together your zombie survival kit. But other than that, I think the topic's pretty much done. I kind of want to hear what you guys have to say about this, and both what you have to say about it and if you have anything to add to this conversation. What would you add and why? So there you go. That's it. So thank you for joining me. When we come back, we are going to go ahead and get to work on our grandiose plan here. Well, first off, we're going to go ahead and fix. We're going to go ahead and fix this as best as we can. How you like that? How you like them apples? That's going to look good. So we're going to go ahead and fix this as best as we can. Thank you, Strike, for the taco truck. I really appreciate it. It looks fucking magnanimous. It looks great. I couldn't be fucking happier with it. I really couldn't. So, yeah, there we go. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being supportive of the show. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you all next time. Peace out, everybody.